we are looking at a question that asks us about a relationship. A relationship is a pattern over time. So typically the rhythm of a relationship would go, the more of this, the more of that, the more of this, the less of that, the less of that, the more of this, and so on. It doesn't talk about at this point in time or at this point in time. It talks about over the period of time that the relationship exists for. Let's have a look at this question here. It says, what conclusion can be made about the relationship between light intensity and the total percentage cover of plants? Use data from table 2 in your answer. Now this question is asking us to do two things. We know that because it's got 2 marks for the question. It's asking us about the relationship and it's asking us to recognise something, to use the data from table 2. Let's go back to that data and have a look. In this experiment, what they did was they used a quadrat and they measured the light intensity under the tree and they calculated the percentage cover of plants. And then every 2 meters out, they continued to use the quadrat and measure the percentage cover of plants. And here we have the table that gives us that information. Now we can see that as the light intensity increases, so does the percentage cover of plants. We would expect that because there's more light, therefore there's more opportunity for plants to grow because there's more photosynthesis. However, we can notice that the percentage cover of plants remains the same. In other words, certainly above 175 light intensity units, there's going to be no further increase in the total percentage cover of plants. And that is what it's expecting you to articulate in your answer. You're noticing that there's an increase, but then that increase levels off. So somewhere between 150 and 175, increasing the light intensity had no more impact on the percentage cover of plants. So how would we structure our answer? In our answer, we're going to say that the greater the light intensity, the greater the total percentage cover of plants. 1 mark. The second mark was for recognising something in that data. And that something was that beyond 175 light units, there was no further increase in the total percentage cover of plants. So in a relationship question, we've got to talk about a relationship, not 2 points in time. And we've got to also recognise something in that data to get that second mark.